designed with move.
What's up, fuckers? Good morning. I'm actually going to work instead of coming from work. Welcome to another episode of The Plash Incorporated. I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you. Smoking the same cigar I smoked yesterday, but I just lit it. So today's topic is going to be a little bit different. I guess a little bit different to the stuff that I have talked about in the past. I guess it's kind of a touchy subject for some people, depending on what your faith is, or just being a skeptic in general. I want to talk about paranormal stuff and the other side of what happens after death. Because I've had experiences with the paranormal. I know I sound crazy, but I truly believe that there is something else out there. So I'll start with I was a skeptic about, we'll simplify it, ghosts. But it's so much more of a broader spectrum of stuff. But I was a skeptic for a long time. I had nothing to I was a skeptic not because I chose to be, but because I didn't have any paranormal experiences. I wanted to believe in ghosts or spirits or paranormal, but I didn't live in a place that warranted supernatural activity, meaning living with my parents. I started experiencing paranormal stuff when I met my girlfriend. I won't go into detail, but some of her family members had passed away, and it started from the first night that I met her. And the first night I met her, she let me stay at her house because she lived kind of far away from where I was. And, I might have been up in the right idea, but I did it, and it was fine because we're still together. I remember sleeping on her couch and waking up at the middle of the night. Now, she had 5 dogs at the time. They were all asleep. She was asleep. Nothing was walking around. And I heard basically sounded like someone loading dishes into a drying rack, and there were dishes in the sink, and I didn't really chalk that up as supernatural, but I thought it was weird, and I didn't tell her about it until a little while after I had my real first experience. So maybe a month or two after that, because I met her in October 2019. It was probably, I want to say, May of 2020. Let's say May of 2020. Maybe it was. Early on in our relationship, either it was still in October. I think it was still in October because it's still kind of warm, and we went to, I think it was maybe, I don't know exactly the time frame. I don't know why I'm just focusing on it, but to Penhurst State, Penhurst State School, whatever it's called, Penhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania. And Ghost Adventures did an episode there, and we went on a photo tour during the day, but we wanted to do a little paranormal investigation. I knew nothing about it. I knew that we were going to do it because our friend brought an EMF reader, and and it's just that day they had decided to open up the basement to the Mayflower building. Now the Mayflower building, I believe it was considered to be the most haunted part of Penhurst. Now they did have another building open, but we really wanted to investigate the Mayflower building. And what we did was we walked around, the upstairs and everything. If you go into it, there's like a big, the main floor is like a big room with different cuticles and stuff, I believe, for different patients and inmates or whatever. I didn't really feel anything uneasy because I realized as I went through this that I had that I can feel when something's off. Not necessarily bad. I felt bad spirits before, but I could always tell when something's there. So as we're going upstairs, that feeling kept getting more and more stronger and stronger. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just chalked it up to me being nervous. It was that uneasy feeling like someone was watching you. So we finished going through the top floors of the Mayflower building, and then we decided to go down to the basement. And the basement had a chapel and a kids' play area, bathrooms, and it was one of the starts to their tunnel system, because they have a tunnel system that runs all around the property. And there has been a lot of experiences when they do open it all up to people. A lot of paranormal experiences happen there. My experience didn't happen in the tunnel. Mine happened where we were going through the basement. We put the EMF reader on a table. We were talking. Maybe getting little spikes here and there, but nothing major. But still having that intense feeling that something was there. Me and my girlfriend went into the kids' play area. They had bathrooms off to the side. So we went and looked around the bathroom. Now, mind you, this is daytime, right? The bathrooms had windows. So, windows because they were technically underground, but the windows were, high enough to be above ground. And there was light in the bathroom. And I'm facing the doorway, and there's a wall behind me with the window. And she's facing me. Now, I'm not this hat. I have another hat, but I was wearing it backwards. And as I'm talking to her, all of a sudden I feel like somebody went and flicked my hat, and see how it moved? Well, it was in the back of my head, and that same flick and tap, and my hat moved up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I looked on the ground. The floor was relatively clean. There wasn't any big chunks of rock maybe falling out of the ceiling, and I knew it felt weird because it went up. And I said, I'm like, did you hear that? He's like, yeah, what was that? I'm like, something just flicked the back of my hat. And that was my first paranormal experience. I couldn't figure out what it was. And I'm like, oh shit, that was something. Well, I don't think it was a child. Maybe it was, I don't know, a child tall enough to flick my hat. But I got out of there real quick. compared to other experiences people have, that was extremely minor. But being someone who's never experienced a paranormal experience like that, it was pretty scary, and I had to go. I went back upstairs and sat out in the field and had to process what happened. Now, that was only my first experience. So, like I said, my girlfriend has a lot of loss in her family. I won't go too much in too much detail, but and then after that, I feel like that was kind of like what opened me up to spirits. And after these people had passed, shit started happening in our house. Not bad stuff, but like we were standing in. There's two instances that we were both standing, or at least I was standing. The way our kitchen's laid out is, you have the kitchen here, and then you have the bathroom over here. It's like they're parallel. And there's a little step down that goes to the mudroom and then the downstairs bathroom. And I could see my girlfriend in the bathroom. She was doing something with her hair or something. And the first instance, she used to smoke, and a lot of people in her family used to smoke. And I'm standing in the kitchen, I'm doing something, I might have been getting something out of the fridge, and I hear like a woman with a coughing, like with a smoker cough. Like, and it sounded like it came from our living room. And I heard it, and I take a double take. I'm like, wait a second. Erica's in the bathroom. What the fuck was that? And I called over. I'm like, did you hear that? She's like, yeah. What? Like, you heard that, right? She's like, yeah. What was it? I'm like, you heard the cough, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, was that you? She's like, no. I'm like, huh. It might have been your mom. So then maybe a month after that, we're both standing in the kitchen, and her grandfather used to whistle for her when he tried to get her attention. Same thing with her mom. And we just heard like a kind of like this, something like that, coming from, again, the living room. We're both in the kitchen. And I'm like, I asked her, did you hear that? She's like, yeah. Well, huh. We're getting a lot of fucking activity or something. I don't know exactly what I said, but something along those lines. And then the third instance, her friend with the EMF reader that went to Penhurst with us came over and brought it with her. And we made sure we set it down on the counter. Nothing was around it that, gave off electromagnetic fields. Make sure. Excuse me. Allergies. And excuse me. I don't want this to go out. And we started asking questions. Oh my God, uncut, unedited. So yeah, we started asking questions to the EMF reader. And I said, if there's anyone here, make the lights spike all the way to red. Excuse me. And not maybe a few seconds after that, they went all the way to red and stayed there. And we all freaked out. It was like, we weren't expecting it to happen. It stayed there for about a good minute. I got that feeling again, like uneasy, like something's here. And then we moved to an apartment for a year. There were some family issues. And my daughter has a lot of toys that are more like vibration sensitive or motion sensitive. She had like this walker. It's got like a bear. It's like a walker. She could walk with it, and if you move it or go near it or step near it or whatever, it'll go off. Well, countless times, I got more than I can count on two hands. For like a few hours, this walker would just start going off. Baby was in bed. We didn't have any pets at the time. Just start going off. We were sitting just sitting on the couch watching TV, and then for hours, just going off. And we started asking, if someone's here, make the walker go off multiple times. If I just start playing music and blinking and doing stuff, and then along those lines, there were other toys that weren't motion censored. Like she had a toy remote that just started going off one day. I was alone in the apartment, sitting at my desk, and I sit on the floor, fucking blinking and shit. Now this is all, for you guys, this is all hearsay. I'm just telling you. It's up to you if you want to believe me or not. And my girlfriend's had psychic sessions, and I'll say this: her father passed away 2 years ago, and before he passed away, my daughter has this little car that she can sit in. It doesn't move, but it's got a steering wheel, and it makes noise. And again, I don't know if it's motion sensor or not, or vibration sensitive, but I don't think it is, because you have to push buttons and stuff. And he thought it was real cool when he was alive. And after he died, excuse me, after he died, this toy car just started going off. And it wasn't like going through a cycle. It would play a song and stop halfway, and then the lights would light up and they would stay lit. Or the little horn button would keep going off and wouldn't stop. Beep, 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 beep. And then he would stop. And he would come back. And it still does it to this day. So whenever we hear it, or we see it going off, it's her dad. And we say hi. And it was a funny story. It was off. Scarlett must have turned it off. My daughter Scarlett must have turned it off. She knows how to work switches. And it was off while we're wondering why he wasn't contacting us. It was maybe about a week he wasn't talking to us, because it was almost a daily occurrence. And I go over, I'm like, oh, it's turned off. And as soon as I turn it back on, it just starts going crazy. Like he's like, what the hell? What the fuck? What's going on? I couldn't use it. I'm like, sorry. And it's just going crazy. And I have paranormal experiences to this day. And I'm especially watching ghost pictures a lot, and having the experience that I have, and seeing what they capture, a lot of it's very similar. Say what you will about them, their reactions are, exaggerated, but I still think the evidence they find is very good evidence. It may not be, you still can't say it's 100% true, but I like to believe that it's true, especially with their evidence and from the experience that I've had. I'm sure I've had countless more. I'm sure I've had more that I can't remember. But coming into a household that experienced a lot of death within the family, and this family all lived in the same house, breeding ground for activity. And I know that all the spirits in the house, except for one, are good spirits. There is something in our attic. Something not good. And it stays up there. We don't provoke it. Go up in the attic, and something's up there. As soon as you open the attic door, it's like a wave of fucking anxiety. And I hate going up there, but I have to. It's the attic. I got shit up there. And I'll go up there at night. I'll go up there in the day. Even in the day, it's like fucking amazing. We used to sleep in the attic. That's where her old bedroom used to be. And I remember just sleeping in her bed, and staring off into the one corner, and I'm like, and she can attest to it too. It's like, something's in here, and it never fuck with us. So maybe it's not malevolent. It's something's up there, and it makes you really uneasy. And I don't know, but we don't know what it is. We know who the other spirits are. We don't know what this thing is, and it stays up there. And it's weird because I had a dream the one night. I was sleeping on the couch because I couldn't sleep. You know, we co-sleep with our daughter, and she kicked me out of the bed. You know, sleeping horizontally between two big people is it's not fun. She kind of pushed me off the bed and went downstairs. And I have like a little monitor that I can see her on if she wakes up. My girlfriend doesn't see her. I have it like next to me on her ottoman. I'm sitting on the couch, put the ottoman next to me so I can put my phone there and the monitor. And now I know it was a dream. But in my dream, I'm laying on the couch, I'm awake, and I'm looking at the monitor. And the bedroom door is open. Because you can see the bedroom door, and then from the bedroom door, it's right there is the attic door. It's not like a fucking pull-down attic door. It's like it's actually a door with a staircase. The attic door was open. And then all of a sudden, I see these two glowing eyes. And then as soon as I see these glowing eyes, the whole body freezes. And I'm sitting there, frozen, and I'm shaking. And I hear like this fucking shrieking static thing. And then all of a sudden, this white figure with black hair comes out of the doorway. And it's like hanging upside down. It's on top of our door frame, like in the corner. And I'm sitting there, and it felt like it was fucking for eternity, but I'm assuming it was a few seconds. And I woke up. And I woke up like fucking, like breathing heavy and like freaking out. And I look at the fucking monitor, and the door's closed, nothing's there. And it felt so real. And that's why I really don't like going up in that attic. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it freaked me the fuck out. But yeah, that's most of my paranormal experiences, and that's why I said in the last video that I would make one. And I believe in it. For me, the evidence is right there. Do I believe there's a heaven? Not necessarily. I believe there's a hell? No. But there is an afterlife. I think of it as a parallel universe where when you die, your soul or your spirit goes and lives with the other dead spirits of your family, and they all live together. And it's in a parallel universe where they can't talk to you and you can't talk to them, but we all live amongst each other. And you're able to travel where you want. Your spirit that's if you're not stuck in a like a loop as a spirit. Like some, because you have intelligent spirits that know they're dead or can talk, or can, or then you have ones that died in a tragedy and they're stuck in the same loop. And I feel like all the spirits in our house are intelligent spirits. Again, this is all speculation and theories. It can't be 100% true, but from the facts that I've discovered and come across and made, and all the experiences that I've had, I can base this maybe 85%. I think this is true. I bet 85% this is probably true. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, push the like button. That's what you do when you like a video. You push the like button. So let me know if you want to see more of this style of content, especially supernatural stuff. I'd like to start doing investigations. I want to do an investigation of our house. I've been looking into spirit boxes and EMF readers and stuff. And maybe I could do a video. I'm going to be alone in the house for 2 weeks. My girlfriend's on vacation, and so is my daughter, and I have to work, so I can't go. I don't have any time off. So I was thinking about doing an investigation of the house. Maybe I'll make a video of it. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe. I have 99 of you. I'm almost to 100. Get me one more to triple digits, and maybe the 100 subscriber special will be a paranormal investigation of my house. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.